Before anyone says skill issue, we need to talk about Marvel Rivals matchmaking, because this game is actively rewarding people who do not care, and this wasn't one bad game. This was an entire session of nonsense. Let me paint the picture. Hero Select loads in, 4 people instantly lock DPS. 4! No supports at all. We're running 2 tank and 4 DPS. No hesitation. I can say, can someone swap? Nothing. Not even typing. Just trying to play through the game like it's team deathmatch. At this point, you already know how this ends. And tell me why people are all of a sudden running Black Widow after that stupid tournament shit, man. It makes no fucking sense, bro. There's been like more Black Widows in my past 10 games. I swear to you, like 40% of my matches, there's been a Black Widow in my match throwing the fucking game. Like, make it make sense. Here's the wild part. Throughout this entire session, the word throwing kept getting said in chat. Like, casually. Multiple matches, different players, same energy. I literally had someone say they were going to throw because another player picked their DPS character. That's it. That was the reason. Not learning, not counterpicking, just straight ego. I just recently swapped from console rivals over to PC rivals, and let me tell you, PC rivals by far has the most throwers. More people throw, and more people just don't give a shit. Like, the matchmaking here is far worse than it was on console. Like, people would actually try to win on console. Like, the gameplay was so much better. League's better than this. And I'm in Diamond right now, and people still refuse to run any sort of comp that makes sense to be in comp. And you got me fucked up thinking I'm gonna run out there and fight the whole team with no healers on my team. Like, are you serious? Does anybody think that makes sense to do? Like, what the fuck are me and Mag supposed to do here? Really?
Yeah.
When we got 4 DPS, all wanting to be the main character, and all trying to do something, and fail at it miserably. We go this entire game with no healers. I feel like there should be like an IQ test or something that people take before queuing in a match. Like, maybe like a question like, what is the shape of Italy? Or something. I don't fucking know. Or maybe how to run a proper team comp. Like, what is the best team comp? 2-2-2. 2 tanks, 2 heals, 2 DPS. But to be honest with you, I don't even think things would change. I really don't. They'd probably fucking answer it right, and then proceed to run these stupid comps anyway. I think the solution, at the end of the day, is just to do a role limit. I don't think role queue is a good idea, but I think there should be a role limit. I think that, at the very least, there should be a role limit, because it just throws off the balancing of the game. I was never a fan of the triple tank, triple DPS, triple support. I mean, I've learned to play around it. I'm okay with it now. But at the very least, I feel like they should consider having a limit of 3 in each role. I think that's a perfect compromise. You know, we could, if they're still worried about keeping the triple comp, they can keep the triple comp. But we should not be able to run 4 of anything in comp. I just want to remind you guys that this is a diamond lobby. Sure, it's not high elo, but I was getting better team comps in platinum lobbies. How in the fuck does that make sense? Marvel Rivals, fix your goddamn matchmaking. It is utter dog shit. It is so unplayable at times. I just came on this game to have a competitive matchmaking experience, and it's been feeling far from that. And the Marvel Rivals matchmaking just lets things like this happen because of no role queue, no role limits, and there's no punishment. You can lock DPS, do whatever you want, say I'm throwing in chat, and the game just shrugs. This game is built on synergy. You need a frontline, sustain, and someone to take space. 4 DPS does not mean more damage. It means 4 people feeding on cooldown. You're not losing because the enemy is better. You're losing because your team refused to play the game. And that's the most frustrating part. You don't lose in a team fight. You don't lose on mechanics. You lose before the match even starts. If Hero Select already feels doomed, that is a massive problem. For the long-term health of this game, the competitive mode needs fixes badly. We need to have rules set in place. That's what separates competitive from every other game mode. There should be rules. I'm not saying to add roll queue to the game, but I think that you could at least add a roll limit. If you add the roll limit, it'll just be a rule set in competitive that everybody has to follow. It shouldn't affect matchmaking at all. And if you wanted to swap, you go back to the Hero Select screen. You can implement something in the game where you request a swap with somebody if something's not working out. That's what I feel like should happen. Because if not, we're gonna have people like this who continually exploit the game and ruin the experience for everybody else who's just trying to win. I never would have thought that I would have ever came to this point where I'm ranting about problems with this game on video. I really do enjoy the game when it's played correctly. I think it's one of the best games out there, but there's still problems at the very core that need to be addressed. Like, there's just a whole nother level that I feel like deep down, like I am just genuinely bothered with the type of things people can do and get away with in this game. I just don't understand. I don't understand why people get on the game and act like this and be like this and play competitive. It's a competitive game. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I can't understand it at all. This is a cry for help, NetEase. I hope you listen to people who are actually giving constructive feedback and want to play your game and want to put a ton of hours into your game. If you've played Marvel Rivals and heard the word throwing more than once in a session, you already know this pain. Drop a comment with your worst match. Like the video if solo queue has been ruining your sanity. And if this doesn't get fixed soon, I have a feeling a lot of players are going to bounce. And another thing is, it's the community. There's a problem in the community. Like here, I'm like telling you guys, I'm telling them, hey, like, we can't just be running 4 DPS, like, go play COD if you want to run the team deathmatch lobby. And then he's like, you were refusing to swap the heals. What do you mean? Y'all were running 4 DPS, and you're blaming the tank, one of the most important roles, to swap the heals? Why don't you swap the heals? You are all hardlocking non-essential roles, is what he says. Like, these are the most smooth-brained players I have ever played with. That about wraps it up for today's video. I'm done with the rant. NetEase, please ban the throwers. Ban them to the Shadow Realm so they're never in my ranked matches again. And I'm going to continue to climb on solo queue. See ya.